Welcome back, ladies and gents. Thanks for joining the channel. Sorry about that, guys. There's some weird and wonderful stuff going on with YouTube today, and I don't know what the hell's going on. All my software was fine. I just had an error message pop up on YouTube, and I lost the whole damn feed. So we're going to have to do this in two parts. But welcome back to the final part and review of Ni No Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. We have defeated the Horn One, or at least brought him down to his knees. And we are now basically going through a series of caves to try and take down Doloran once and for all. Please let me know if there's any problems with the audio or the video. Hopefully we won't cut out again, but we're back. We are back. So we're going to do this in two parts, guys. If you missed part one of the final part and review, I will leave a link to that in the description of the video. But let's be having him. Let's get this done, shall we? Trapdoor in the belly, yeah.
Well,
Integral part of the kingdom. We will also be doing Blair Witch today, guys. Probably between 1 and 2. I'll put a schedule on the channel so you guys don't miss it. Just to get our horror fix ready for Tormented Souls, which is coming on the 27th.
Yeah.
Goes without saying, guys, but this will contain huge spoilers because we're at the end of the game now, literally. So, if you don't want to witness the ending just yet, you want to play for a bit more on yourself, add this to your watch list and come back at a later time. Did we equip Mornstar? I don't think we did we? Sword of Unity, there it is. So we need that one. Just going to check the other items as well before we carry on. But I hope you're doing well, keeping safe, guys. Again, sorry for the IT issues. Software is absolutely fine, so I don't know what the hell happened. Just experienced a hell of a lot of lagging and issues, and then I just had a message from YouTube saying sorry about the issues, basically. So I've never seen that before. It's interesting. But we're there, we're back, so it's all good. Back in the mix. And the tactics fight against the Horned One was pretty tough, not going to lie. Best advice I can give you is don't go in below level 50. Go in with lots of King's Guilders so you can just buy all the buffs and the bonuses. It made the fight a hell of a lot easier for me. And other than that, just have fun with it. Keep securing the command posts, but also sort of go left and right on the map, but try and use your little troops to hit the Horned One, especially when he's doing certain attacks, like when he's charging up the beams and the orbs. And you should be alright. Keep using Evan's boost to the you know, the strength and stuff as well, so that helps massively. Okay, let's go. I think we'd be ready for this. Got the Sword of Unity. It's strange, isn't it? Dead end? Or do we have to go through? Jump out this way, maybe. Is this inside the Horned One? It's like he swallowed whole cities. Great Sage's secret. Here we go. This looks like it.
what the?
It's a memory of Allegoria as it once was. None of this is real. Come on, let's have him. I'm ready for this now. Oh dear.
Roland!
He's clearly not alright. I don't think a paracetamol's going to cut it this time. Something is far from right. Yeah, you're telling me. Here we go.
Ugh.
Save there. Nice. I'm ready for this. Let's go. Belly of the beast. That's where we are, guys. And this looks like it. Gates are shut tight. How to get them open? Of course it wasn't going to be that easy, was it? This looks like something. Tainted crystals. We're gonna have... Oh, of course we just when you thought it was all over.
I'm counting on you.
We're not giving up, but it's not gonna be easy, is it? Where did Snakey go? There he is.
I need your help.
Inky Wriggle. Sounds cute and cuddly, but he's not.
I'm counting on you.
I'm going in. Got enough. Come on. Yes, please. That's what I need. Come on. Burn, baby, burn. Oh, no, not close enough. Yeah, well, good run.
I'm counting on you.
Let's get some dark magic going.
I need your help.
Didn't like that. Didn't like that one bit. We've got him. Come on. Come on. Do. Yes. Can't mess with that ranged attack. No, no, no. Stream seems to be okay now, guys. Fingers crossed. YouTube, I think it was an encoding issue, from what I can see. 1 gate down. 3 to go. Saint's Mantle. That looks very useful. And it is. Right, let's rejig our save. There's lost souls everywhere. Which is quite sad, really. Thinking about it, but we're gonna bust them out of there. There we go. I haven't got the Spirit Medium spell yet, which is a shame because I could have spoke to some of these souls. I would imagine they'll give you useful items. Right, let's go. Beast number 2. What have you got for us? It's like a beast lottery. The worst lottery you could ever imagine. No.
I'm counting on you.
He's hulking up. Watch out.
Don't give up.
Hopefully Lofty gives us some nice gold orbs during the main fight. Get out of there, get out of there. No, I deserve that. Should have seen that coming. Come on. Sneaky. Whoa, what's that about? What's wrong with you? What's he doing? Stay away. Imagine that's going to do serious damage. I hate it when they stun lock you. Halfway through an attack as well. But we've got this fool, hopefully. Yeah, I deserve that. Can you let me stand up or no? You don't play fair. Neither do I. Yes. Nice. Timber Shiverer. What a name for a move. That's 2 down, guys. 2 to go. Flutterby staff. Giving us some really good weapons. I like it. How do we get to that chest? Can we jump through there? Just like that. Yeah, definitely going to need some of those. Going to save after each boss. What I don't want to do is get greedy, try and do a run through, get wiped out, and then it's all over. Start all over again. Can't imagine the game would be that cruel, but I don't want to take a damn chance. I just want to see what happens. Lord Treasurer, whee! I've heard a lot of people go for the platinum on this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. I'm going to keep it installed when I've completed it and see how we feel. See what it consists of. I think you have to do all the dream mazes, tainted monsters, which sounds like a task, but I think if you enjoy the game enough, then why not?
I am counting.
Oh god. Slick Slither, I've never heard of that before. Dude. Yes, that's what I wanted. Where's it gone? Where is he? And again. And again. And again. Beast mode. Half health is gone. Wrap up. I have to give it to Lofty. I feel he's a lot more useful than Drippy was in Wrath of the White Witch. Get out of here. Oh dear. That was a bad move on my part. It's all good. Yeah, you might want to get out of there.
I'm counting on you.
Yeah, he's going berserk. Or he's about to. What is going on? We're all good. We're all good. We came into this prepared. We're ready for a fight. We weren't prepared for that though. Stop doing that. Move. Ooh, that was close. He's on the ropes. He's on the ropes. Need a nice dark magic attack. He's summoning his cronies now. You take the eyes off the prize. His attack power has been lowered somehow. Must be one of their skills. Come on, he's nearly there. I know it's a bit cheap to do this, but I don't care. Keeps me alive. Come on. Come on. Couple more hits, couple more hits. Where is he? What is going on? Move. Yes, there we go. It's cheap, but it works. Good night, Mr. Dragon. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by as well, guys, for checking out the video and the stream. Hope you're enjoying it. This is the final stretch of the game, so just be warned, it is going to contain heavy spoilers. Just in case you are considering playing it at some point. Who can we give that to? I think everything we've got is better than that. Oh, stand corrected, there we go. Ready for this. We're on the last one now. And then it's Mr. Doloran Snakeface. I'm ready for it. I've got all the food items. I've got lots of sage secrets. Lots of revival items. We've got fairly good armor and equipment. I'm feeling confident, guys. He may well force me to eat my words, but I'm feeling pretty confident is what I'm saying. We're going to see. We'll see how we do. And the final treat is... Oh, no. I hate these things. I hate them. It's just the attacks they do. It's horrible. Yeah, well. It's not doing too much damage. I think we need to stay away from this one now. That's a new one. It looks like those rides that you get at the fairground. Can't touch me. I'm right in your face. Right in your face. Oh. You didn't like that. Thank you, Drippy. I mean, Lofty. Drippy's in the first game. Completely unrelated game, by the way. Not linked in any way to the story of this one, but similar faces, names, and places. That was close. I don't know how I didn't get whacked with that. Is that a gold orb? If it is, it's gone. Is it gone? Yeah, it's over there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's floating away. It's floating away. Come on. Yes. Yeah. He doesn't want any of this noise, and I don't blame him. Oh, look at that. Great balls of fire. Love that spell. Little tip for you guys, upgrade your magic as often as you can. Because pretty much as soon as you get a gold orb, you can take off some serious damage. This is it. This be it. Come on, I'm ready for this. I'm worried about Roland though. I feel like he's gonna turn to the dark side a little bit.
Roland!
Roland!
That was when he was a president.
Huh? I'm home?
Daddy!
Daddy.
You're okay?
Daddy cool. Yes. I will.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
It's a little late for that.
Yeah, that's messed up. That is pretty messed up. Really sorry for the technical issues, guys. It seems to be happening quite a bit today. Frame rates, audio, video is going kaput. And I don't know why. My streaming software is fine. It's all in green. But YouTube is not. is messed up. Looks like he's trying to get into everybody's head, which he would, wouldn't he, I suppose. Here we go. I am ready. Enough talking. I am ready. Let's save. Because he's going to give us a little bit of a fight, I feel. A little bit of a fight. Recommended level for this one, comfortably, guys, is a 60. So we're in the sort of mid-50s. So we should be okay. He says. We'll be fine. We're going to give him our best shot.
Oh my.
He's going down.
Bish bash bosh!
Evil bashing trousers on.
Look.
I'm ready. What? This is pretty messed.
You have done well to make it so far.
Now you'll join the dark side.
That's enough, Doloran.
This ceremony ends here and now.
Does it indeed? You mean that you do not share my vision, Roland? A vision of a better world? A pity. I had hoped that you, of all people, would understand.
Roland!
Oh dear.
What did you do to me?
Imagine if you leveled up Roland to a stupidly amazing degree, and then the game decides that you can't use Roland in the last fight. Can you remember the old school PlayStation days where they did that with certain characters?
Why, nothing at all. You have the Horned One to thank for this. It means to protect you, for if harm comes to either one of us, it comes to the other also.
You mean you and Roland are... You are...
Yes, Leander. You see it now. See what others must be shown.
So one can't live without the other, basically.
Doloran! You're
You and I'm you.
Do you see? We are connected. We are the same. Defeat me, and you defeat yourself.
Ah, that's fine, I can deal with that.
He is correct, I am afraid. There are those in your world whose souls are inextricably linked with the souls of those in this one. The more power he has gained, the stronger his effect on you has become. This proves the connection.
But how can this... What does it mean?
It means you face a dilemma, boy. You have no choice but to join me, Roland. You know it deep in your heart.
He's doing a Palpatine, Luke Skywalker style. Join me, and your path to the dark side will be complete.
Oh, I have a choice, all right. I always have. And from the day I took my throne, I knew that if it came to it, if it would help my people, I would gladly give my life.
Yeah, go on, Roland.
No! What?
Just accept it. It's gotta happen.
Besides, if I can't kill you, you can't kill me either, right? If I die, you die.
Let's just kill Roland and get done with it.
Very true. Which is why, if you will not join me, I must banish you instead to a dimension where you will no longer be a danger to either of us.
Of course. I think I see now why I was brought here.
Please, enlighten us.
Your country, Allegoria, it was destroyed. And my country was destroyed too. You and I are the same. Two kings, with no kingdoms left to rule. So we were given a chance. One last chance to save our homes. But don't you see? The kingdom the Horned One has given you, it's not really the place you once ruled. I'm going to make you see. I'm going to defeat the Horned One and remind you who you really are.
Who I really am. You think you know me? You know nothing!
Enlighten me.
Unlimited power. Nope. Here we go.
You will delay my plans no longer.
Boss music. Here we go. Doloran of the Arcane.
I will prevail. My deepest desire will be fulfilled at last.
Yeah, we're just gonna have some food, dude. Is that right? Boost physical and magical defense.
To suffer.
Suffer the dark side. He's gonna morph into another form, surely. There you go.
I'm counting on you.
No.
Poor hey goodies. Whoa. That's a new one. You cannot suffer the dark side. That's it, we need some buffs. Yeah, man. Uh-oh. Whoa.
Hey,
Get that going. Yes. I'm going to reserve some magic and items just in case he does go into overdrive, which I imagine he is going to do. Unlimited power. It's a good boss there, keeps you on your toes. Let's remove that confuse. Move. Come on, Higgities. Dark magic, please. Yes! Game over. Worth it. Totally worth it. Oh, he's whacking me. That's not it, surely. I mean, it might be. But I feel like he's gonna go Super Saiyan. Is that it?
Forward!
It's a bit like the Battle of the Black Gate in Lord of the Rings, you know, when they're all distracting Sauron away from Frodo, who's actually sneaking in to destroy the ring. I think that's it. What a pushover he was. We did go in well prepared though.
Is it over?
Lofty's got to take down the horn one now. Come on.
Whoa!
Tidy!
Yeah, we do need to do something about the horned one. Did we pick anything up? What a stinge. Didn't drop anything. Yeah, I'm ready. Come on.
You're finished, Doloran. Your plan has failed.
You'll never rule the world. Never!
Rule the world? You have read too many fairy tales, boy. The world was never my prize.
What?
It was a beautiful place, my home. A realm of peace and prosperity. I was the king of Allegoria. A young man handed the crown too soon. None loved my realm more than I. But I was conceited, arrogant. Our kingmaker was a being known as Alice All Sins.
Killed it.
I fell in love.
Oh.
And love between king and kingmaker is an offense against the will of the gods. As punishment, She was cursed to spend the rest of her days in the guise of the Horned One and cast along with Allegoria into another dimension. And so, I vowed to bring her back. She and my beloved kingdom.
I can kind of see where he's coming from.
I set out to acquire all the king's bonds of our world, that I might use their combined power to reawaken Alessandra.
How did you know that was even possible?
The guise of the Horned One, you said. I take it the creature we see is but an outer shell within which Alessandra lies trapped. If so, the strength of the King's bonds might serve to reach that which lies dormant deep within.
Why is he covering his face?
Reconnect King
It's like he's about to sneeze.
and free her of her prison.
It is as you say. If Alessandra can be revived, Allegoria may yet rise from the ashes.
Let's do it.
And I shall have regained my beloved and my kingdom both. Now you know what it is I seek. Roland. If my realm were to be restored, yours too might return. You would be reunited with your family, with your son. Surely you would join me if such an outcome were your reward.
He can't! He won't! Not that way! Just because you would do anything to bring a loved one back, it doesn't mean you should.
Good point.
What is happening to me?
That horrible black stuff comes from the Horned One, you know. Doloran by ears just been channeling it like. But it looks like it's finally getting the better of him. That Tory was infected by it from the start.
Here we go. Hulking up. Told you.
I will restore them. I must. Alessandra! Allegoria! Both shall live again!
You'd really do that? You'd destroy whole countries, steal countless souls, just to get what you want? You think that's love? Then you don't deserve to love. And you sure as hell don't deserve to be a king.
You would defy me. You are me. We want the same thing. You wish to be reunited with those you love, just as I do.
No, it's not that simple.
My crimes will be more than outweighed by the revival of Allegoria, by the return of all that has been lost.
I did think it was too easy to be true.
Rise, beloved kingdom! Live again!
Oh dear. So that was just a warm-up fight. And now the real beast begins.
Alessandra, my love, you are free at last!
Oh dear. Doesn't quite look the same. Looks like Bahamut from Final Fantasy.
What is the meaning of this? You are not my Alissa!
It's gone, dude. She's gone. Whoa.
But if she is truly lost, what will become of Allegoria? what will become of me.
Stop sulking and help us defeat that beast, whatever you want to call it.
No.
Let's go. Are we ready for this?
Boosh! Get in!
Let's go. That is Lofty's true form, by the way, guys. Some kind of dragon. Pretty decent. Here we go. If you're enjoying this, guys, by the way, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. And hit the bell icon on the channel homepage if you want to be notified of when content like this goes live. This has to be the final big bad.
Everybody all right?
I think so. Where are we?
And this is the real beast. 72. Luckily, we've still got all our stuff going.
Solution? Magic swapping around the mat. I'm buzzing something fierce, but come over by your I've got a bit of lofty magic to lend you.
I'm counting on you.
What is going on? Boop. Come on, Lofty, what are you doing?
Go no further!
Come on.
Help!
Power up. Come on. What a waste. So we can get away with Lofty charging up some balls for us. Oh. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I'm counting on you.
This is the one.
Don't give up!
Move. Move, 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 move.
Brace yourself. I reckon things are about to get hairy.
I need your help.
Ah, it's alright. Oh, I see. It keeps changing to the different attacks, like the elements.
I'm counting.
Come on. Nope. Come on, keep hitting it.
What's that coming out of his chest? Careful, Evan.
I'm counting.
So that did 500 damage, that one. That's the one we need to use. Come on. Come on. Damn it, he moved. Let's get some more of this going. Boost dark resistance.
Don't give up! I'm counting on you.
Yeah, that's the one. He's not liking it.
I need your help.
Yeah, I got greedy then, just tried to get another power. Dark magic, dark magic.
I need your help.
Yeah, that was bad. Be careful with the healing now, I reckon. Start using some of these. Might as well start using some of these. Another food forever, and what should we use?
I need your help. Don't give up.
Let's go. He's injured. Where's Drippy? Not Drippy. Lofty. That one. We're doing it right, we're doing it right. Oh, come on. Yeah, I deserve that. Walk straight into it. This is it. Come on. Sovereign Suite fully restores the party's HP. It's useful. Come on. Got him on the ropes. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Come on. Come on. This is it. Come on. No way. Right at the last bit. Are we just going for it? Is it like full pelt now? I think he is. I think he's just going nuts. And also, I want some physical and magical defense. Strengthens, slightly improves magical defense. This is just crazy. We've got him right on the ropes now. Move. Come on. Yes! That is it, ladies and gents. Boom shakalak. Go on, Lofty, finish him. Finish him.
It's now or never, forevermore, for the whole world!
Sweet. Wow. And there we go.
Alessandra,
We all got what we wanted.
is it really you?
It is, my love. But you did not free me from within the Horned One. The Horned One was not born of the wrath of the gods as you had thought. I wanted to be with you. I wanted it so much that I gave up the power of the Kingmaker.
What?
Once freed, that vast, insatiable power gave rise to a monster. The Horned One.
No.
Do you know how Kingmakers are born? They are born when a soul is sacrificed in order that a great power may be tamed. In unbinding my soul, I unleashed that power. By abandoning it, I committed an unforgivable crime. A crime for which I was punished.
So you have not returned to me?
Forgive me, my love. I am that which sealed away the Horned One's power. Only through my sacrifice could the power which poured forth from him be contained.
Then, by unleashing him, I have undone what good you wrought.
No, my love. For a great evil has left the world. The Horned One is defeated. And so, my role in containing him has come to an end. My soul can be at peace. At long, long last.
Ah, isn't that nice?
Thank you for never ceasing to love me. We will meet again, dear heart. Not in this world, but somewhere, someday. Goodbye, my love, my Doloran. Goodbye.
Alyssa, no. Not yet! Alyssa!
Oh, he's not satisfied, is he? He just never accepts what's going on. Does he get his kingdom back?
Doloran.
Alessandra is no more. Allegoria will not rise again. Roland, tell me, what great wrong did I do to deserve this? Was it in surrendering to love that I erred? Or in accepting a crown of which I was not worthy?
Both.
You did no wrong.
Ah.
You just did what you could to keep your love for Alessandra alive and save your kingdom. That's life. People do what they can, try to live as best they can. And then the tide of history comes and sweeps them all away. My country was swept away too. I tried to stop it. Tried to prevent the war that would end it all. But you can't hold back the tide. And so it rolled in.
I have an idea. Why don't we make a new Allegoria?
A what?
Huh?
If it can't be brought back, I mean. We can build a new one instead.
A new one?
We built a new kingdom from nothing. A kingdom where everyone could live happily ever after. It was small at first, but it grew and grew, and thanks to its wonderful people, it eventually became a great nation. You can do the same, Doloran.
You truly think this possible?
Maybe that's why I was brought here. The country Evan and I built together, it changed things for you, Doloran. For this whole world. No one needs to be a slave to the past anymore. Now we can look to the future.
Evan Petty-Whisker Tildrum. You are yet young, but you are a great king indeed.
You really think so?
I will start afresh. I will build a new kingdom. For the sake of my departed subjects. For the sake of my beloved.
Hear, hear!
There we go. We did the impossible. And Jafar is no more, aka Doloran, Mr. Snakehead.
We come before you today to make a solemn oath in the presence of all our peoples.
United we stand as one single land.
Such a decent sword. The Mornstar. I think that was the wand as well in the Wrath of the White Witch. What's going to happen to Roland? Is he staying? Or is he going?
Hey!
He's done his bit, I suppose.
Hey.
Don't cry, guys. Great game, though. Really enjoyed it.
Well, Evan, see you around.
Goodbye, Roland.
And just like that, E.T. phoned home. Oh yeah, I want to find out who this child is.
Evan?
Who are you?
I think you know.
You're King Ferdinand, aren't you? You've been helping me all along.
Yes and no. I am Ferdinand. But it's really you who's been helping me.
What?
Everything I've told you, you told me first.
I don't understand.
This is going to sound strange, but I can send my mind through time. It's a gift I've had since I was born.
Ah, it's like P, that little girl that on the Wrath of the White Witch game. She was able to do that.
And using it to visit you seemed like the obvious thing to do. I mean, who wouldn't want to find out what his famous father was like as a child?
Father?
Yes, you are my father, and I am your son.
What?
What?
Literally.
I promised that I would live up to your legendary achievements, but before I could do that, I had to see them for myself. The things I said to you, those words of wisdom, they were all yours.
But Ferdinand lived long ago. He...
I'm afraid that was just Bodley's little joke. She's no historian, you see. She's a seer. She didn't tell you what had happened. She told you what was going to happen. About how I would become the first king to unite the whole world.
So you did? I mean, you will?
Yes, you started it all by uniting the 5 great realms, but there were plenty of others. Smaller perhaps, but realms just the same. Each with
Very
its
clever.
own particular problems. Poverty, war, and any number of other things. None of them easy to solve. But solve them you did. One by one by one.
And you?
Yes, I carried on what you started. And in the end, I finished it.
Makes sense. That's a bit of a plot twist. I like it then. Good stuff. Never have guessed that was his son. I thought it was going to be like an alter ego of Doloran or something. I'm guessing we're in the future now. There he is, Mr. Ferdinand.
I come before you, a true king at last. I, Ferdinand, have brought together the peoples of every nation under the heavens. The great work my beloved father began is finally complete, and the world stands united under a single banner. I hereby swear, in the name of King Evan, to safeguard this hard-won peace, for as long as I shall live.
And with that, my promise to Nella was fulfilled at long, long last.
Sweet. I would like to have seen what Roland went back to, though. I know the whole gist behind the message, that he was happy just going back to whatever he was going back to, and he took back some valuable lessons. But it would have been nice to just see a few little more scenes from the other characters, maybe. But there we go, guys. That is Ni No Kuni 2 in the bag, done. For those of you that want to stick around for the review, stay tuned for post credits. And I'll give you my full breakdown and thoughts on the game, including a mark out of 10. It'll encompass everything from the graphics, the sound, gameplay, difficulty, and any gripes I've had with it. But for those of you bouncing out from this now, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone for supporting the stream, supporting the walkthrough, and welcome aboard to all the new subscribers. Glad to have you on board, guys. If you want to see more walkthroughs like this, come and subscribe, hit the bell icon on the channel homepage, and you'll be notified of when any future streams or walkthroughs go live. Just to give you a bit of a heads up, in the next hour I will be starting the Blair Witch game, which is going to give us a little bit of a horror taste before we do our walkthrough of Tormented Souls at the end of the month. There's also going to be a trailer reaction coming out soon on exactly that, Tormented Souls, and the podcast episode 2 will be going live on Sunday. But what a game! Really, really cool. Don't really want to skip it. No, I can't. We'll just let the credits play out, and then I'll jump back in and we'll talk review. But until then, enjoy the credits, and for those of you that are going to leave the stream now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Wow. So straight away, guys, the music, as you can tell, is goddamn amazing. Let's just see if there's any post-scene, or post-credit scenes, should I say. Yep, here we go. Nice, that's what I wanted, just see what Roland was doing.
We'll be arriving at the World Unification Summit shortly, Mr. President.
Thanks.
Hang on, is this the beginning?
You seem happy.
Not really. We still have a mountain to climb. I can't imagine convincing all the nations of the world to sign up to this will be easy.
It's never been done before, I guess, but if you could pull it off, wow.
Oh, it's been done all right.
Really?
Sure. In a little country a long, long way from here.
Now I'm happy. Wanted to see what happened to Roland. He's obviously took what he'd learnt away. There we go, ladies and gents. So I'm going to do a quick save there. And what we're going to do now is talk through the review. Just once more, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that has supported the walkthrough, supported the stream, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you have, and let me know your thoughts on the ending and what you thought of the game overall in the comments. So let's talk review, guys. So, starting from the top, so the graphics are pristine, very, very cool. They're obviously cel-shaded anime, and it lends itself from the first game, which is Wrath of the White Witch Remastered, and it's a similar sort of style. I'm not sure if Studio 5 is part of Studio Ghibli, or Ghibli, however you say it. I always get it wrong. I think it's Ghibli. And that was the studio that built the first game. So I think it's part of the same sector, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's got a very similar feel to it in terms of animation and graphics. What I really like is that there's gameplay animation, there's sort of what I call part animation, which is voice dialogue over gameplay animation, and then you've got full-on cutscenes, which is almost full FMV anime style movie cutscenes, and voice dialogue completely fall over the top of that. I thought the graphics were absolutely amazing. There wasn't any real clunkiness to it. There was a few clipping issues, but nothing in terms of the game itself. That was more on the world map, and it didn't take away anything experience-wise from the overall feel of the game, so I was really pleased with the graphics. And if you're a fan of anime, you're a fan of JRPGs, you have to play this game, guys. It's one of the best ones out there. Don't just take my word for it. It's rated as one of the top JRPG games of all time. A lot of people stand by it as being the best JRPG game of all time. Controversial decision and opinion, I know, but I can see exactly where they're getting that feeling from. So moving on to sound, the sound again is really, really good, picture perfect. You've got lots of different types of sound in there. You've got rock, sax, bass music, you've got really sort of slow orchestra style music, and you've got sort of a house tempo theme when boss battles kick in. Enemies get really tough and you go for a sort of a struggling section. All that's beautifully weaved in there. I don't think they've scrimped at all on the music or the soundtrack, and I'm literally going to go away now and have a look at the soundtrack on Spotify. It is that good. You can listen to it in your own leisure, and it's got sort of harmony music as well, and it caters to everybody. It sort of really feeds into the feel of the game, and it really amps up what you're seeing on the screen, which is what the music is designed for. Some games don't do it very well, and especially RPGs and JRPGs. If you're going for impact and effort and you want to emphasize what you're showing on the screen, you have to have a good soundtrack behind it, and this game ticks that box massively. No qualms at all about the music. I think everything is sort of ambient to what you're seeing on the screen. If you go for a really dark area, dingy area, you get sort of really slow, evil sort of tempo music. And when you move into the more happier villages that are sort of peaceful and light, you get a lighter sort of triangle triangle instruments. You get light sort of notes on the keyboard, and you know what I'm trying to say? It feels fluffy, and that's all fed in through the music, not just by what you're seeing on the screen. I feel the graphics and the music weave into each other beautifully. It gives you a real sense of the game itself, and it drags you more into the atmosphere and the feel of what you're seeing. So massive tick in the box for me on the music front. Moving into the gameplay itself, I feel this one is a massive overhaul on the first one. Some people disagree with me. Some people feel that the first game is better in that sense, but I feel a lot more in tune with the gameplay in this one. It was easier to pick up, in my opinion, easier to learn the mechanics of it. The first game is more around the creatures, so I don't think they're called higgledies. They might be, but they're similar sort of creatures. But you can actually go out into the world and capture the monsters that you fight. So it's almost like a Pokemon style form of gameplay, which I absolutely loved. I loved sort of feeding them the sweets and the treats and upgrading their levels and teaching them new skills, testing them out in battle, and then choosing my best ones, literally like Pokemon. But with this one, I just liked the change of pace. This is more hands-on combat. This is more sort of real-time combat, less turn-based. It's more focusing on the characters themselves. The higgledies do have a part to play in the combat, but to be honest, they're more of a support function. So they buff you with healing. They do elemental attacks. Some of them give you boosts to your skill sets and your strength. Some of them boost the rate that the orbs drop. So the health orbs, the MP orbs, and the gold orbs that Lofty throws you. To go into sort of Super Saiyan mode, as I call it, or Overdrive, whichever way you want to pick it. But that's kind of their role in the game, and it's welcoming, I think. I liked the aspect of the monster, controlling in the first game, but I really, really like this one because it's more to the core of what it is. You're more in control of the characters. You're going through their weapons, their armor, their stats. You're constantly upgrading their equipment. You're trying to find the best magic, and that is what the core, to me, of what an RPG or JRPG game should be. And I really, really liked that the game sort of went back to that route and said, let's focus more on the characters. And the characters are a big part of the game, which we'll get onto in a second. But in terms of the gameplay itself, I loved the combat in this one. Massive, massive improvements on the first one, in my opinion. And I like that you can switch between different weapons. I like that you can switch characters. You don't even have to control Evan. I stuck with Evan for most of the game, only because I really sort of warmed to him as a character, and I got used to his moveset. But you can control any of the main characters. So if you wanted to play through the whole game pretty much as Batu, in terms of walking around on the map and in terms of walking around in the sections, in the cities and stuff like that, you can, which I think is a really nice touch. So just adds another layer of immersion to the game. If you've got a favourite character that you really take a shine to and you don't want to control Evan, then you can do that. Just gives you more options. Moving on to the characters now. I'm going to tie in with the gameplay a bit more as we go along, but characters themselves are really, really well written. The voice acting is absolutely spot on, really funny. A lot of people found Lofty annoying. I thought he was an improvement on Drippy in terms of how useful he was in the combat. Sometimes he was a bit annoying and not as funny. Drippy is the probably one of my all-time favourite anime or JRPG characters. He's just absolutely brilliant. It's obviously a Welsh guy that does the voice acting for him. Same with Lofty. Didn't have as much humour from Lofty as I did from Drippy, but that might just be because Drippy was just a real pleasant surprise and an amazing voice act, and it just felt completely new and fresh, whereas in here I think what they tried to do is replicate that as much as they could because they knew it was a success. And I'm not saying Lofty was rubbish or he was annoying, he wasn't, but he's not a patch on Drippy, and that is pun intended. So I didn't dislike Lofty. Parts of him were really, really cool, really, really funny, but I think they tried to overkill the humour a little bit more in this one. And I can sort of see why people preferred the first game over the second in that respect. So, yeah, but all the other characters, really, really sort of interesting. Each had their own agenda, their own personality. Batu is really grumpy, wants to sort of get the job done, very hands-on, very man-like, you could say. Leander is very methodical, very sort of logical about what he's doing and gives his reasoning behind it. Roland is a little bit like Evan in the sense that he's very brave, very courageous, always looking to do the right thing. but also has a little bit of Batu and Leander in there sometimes. So sometimes he goes off the cuff and just wants to get the job done, and sometimes you'll see shades of Leander in there where he's really thinking methodically about what he's doing, the outcome of what's going to happen, and the impact that that's going to have on him and other people. So a very, very good range of characters. I didn't have any problem with the voice acting. I thought each character was really, really well written. Each had their own unique look, their own moveset, their own costumes, their own skills. Some of them are sort of all-out mages like Evan and Leander. Some of them are sort of support characters, and some of them are more in between that. And you can sort of tweak their moveset as you go along. You don't have to really scale it to what their character is intended to be. If you wanted to make Roland a mage, you can give him items, weapons, and upgrades that will make him almost like a soldier mage, but a really good one at that. So the customization in the character development is there, and that's what JRPG fans scream out for. They want that customization. They want that option to be able to pick and choose their best characters and pick and choose who they're going to use. I was adamant I was going to use Batu and Roland through the whole game, and when I met Leander and Bracken, it just changed the whole ball game for me. And it's nice that you do that. In sort of old school RPG and JRPG games, you tend to favour 3 characters. You focus on those characters and you stick with them for the whole game. And that's from start to finish. Whereas in this game, I did debate sometimes switching them out. I did a test run in with some of the other characters, got on really well, liked some of their movesets, and each character has their pros and cons, and each character has their own sort of gift that they can bring to the battle, if that makes sense. So no character is useless, and it gives tons of options in terms of customization, party setups, and which characters you use with which bosses. So you don't have to stick to the same 3, but I recommend that you do, only because of the leveling aspect. It takes you longer to level up all the characters when you switch them out. What I call the secondary characters, so the ones that aren't in your active party of 3, they do receive experience, but obviously it's not on the same scale as the active party, which is why you can see that Evan, Leander, and Bracken are higher levels than Roland and the rest of them. So it's because I use them the most in active battle. So characters are great, voice acting is great, no issues with that whatsoever. Lofty could have been improved a little bit. He was a little bit rammed down your throat, but I think they really took to how successful Drippy was in the first game and went with it, but in my opinion maybe just a little bit too much. In terms of the gameplay itself, I loved all the boss fights, even though some of them caused me a massive headache. The one I can think of off the top of my head, which was the worst in my opinion, was Bastion. He was hell, and I went in there not massively underleveled. I was only a few levels shy, but he gave me a real hard time, and I think it's good that the game switches up that variation. Each boss is completely different, has completely different movesets, completely different sort of stats. Some of them are more defensive and really hard to break down and have got sort of magic buffs and things like that, whereas others are all-out tanks. They just try ripping you to shreds, but they've got a weakness to magic. So each boss has its own weak spot, it has its own weak point, and it's down to you to find out where that is, take advantage of it, and use your character's abilities to wear them down, basically. So those of you that are into sort of strategy games, are into that sort of tactical aspect of video games that you play, this is one for you. You can't go into every fight doing the same approach unless you're massively over leveled, which on the whole you're not going to be, unless you do a lot of grinding and stuff like that. So it gives that variation again, and it gives that customization if you want it. So all in all, guys, really, really pleased with the game. I think we've summed up everything there. So we've touched on the gameplay, we've touched on the characters, the music. All of it was great. I personally preferred this game over the first one. And just to sort of disclaim it, really, this is not a direct sequel to the first game. So you don't have to play the first game to enjoy this one. You'll recognise some familiar faces, characters, and places from the first game if you have played it. But you don't have to play this one directly to enjoy the first one, and vice versa. They're completely different stories set in the same universe, but completely different characters and everything. So they are independent games, so don't be fooled by the name tag of Ni No Kuni 2. It's not a sequel to the first one, but I think that's a good thing. It pulls in other people, it pulls in a wider audience. So if you guys are debating and thinking, do I have to play the first one, the answer is no. Gameplay is completely different, story's completely different, characters are different. It's a completely new game. The only things that are similar are places that you visit. So Ding Dong Dell, for example, is fairly pivotal in this one, but it's kind of the main setting of the first game. It's the sort of pivotal point that all the other stories revolve around. So apart from that, and obviously the species of the Gromolkin are in the first one, and they play quite a key part in the first game, and they do in this one. Obviously Evan's a Gromolkin, so they sort of feed into each other, but other than that, it's all different stories and different places and things like that overall. But there are sort of nice niche Easter eggs. There's little nods to each other, and subtle fans won't notice it, but if you're a hardcore fan and you've played the first one and this one, you will notice there are similarities. But again, like I said, you don't have to play either to enjoy either. So there we go. My thoughts and feelings wrapped up, guys. I absolutely loved this game, and just to give a quick summary, graphics were amazing. Love the cel-shaded anime. For those of you that are fans of anime games, especially Studio Ghibli anime movies, you need to play this one. If you're a fan of RPGs, you absolutely must play this. Story is great. It could have been improved in some areas. There were some aspects that were quite boring. It was quite sort of drummed out. Some chapters are stupidly long, others not so much. I think I got through one of the chapter 7 or chapter 8 in sort of half an hour, because it was really sort of a meaningless chapter. It was just a filler chapter. I didn't really understand why they did it that way, but it kind of feels like that sometimes. But on the whole, the story is really, really enjoyable. You're really into what you're doing. You're into the drive of the characters and the reason why they're doing what they're doing, and you're invested. So I really enjoyed the experience. I thought the gameplay was great. Massive overhaul on the first one. Combat feels a lot more fluid. Monsters feel a lot more alert. The AI is more intelligent. You have to go in with different tactics, especially when you fight different bosses. You cannot go in and apply the same tactic to each boss, because you will get wiped out. I learned that very quickly. And the cutscenes and the voice acting is absolutely spot on. Really, really enjoyed it. So if I was to give this one a mark out of 10, it's a solid 9 out of 10, guys. Almost a 10 out of 10. The only thing that's knocked it off of the top spot for me is it's a little bit too long. It can become a little bit repetitive. Lofty isn't as great as Drippy, and I feel like they tried to copy and paste Drippy as much as they could. But other than that, the game is fantastic. Everything about it is brilliant. My most favourite part is probably the music. The atmosphere that the music gives is probably one of the best soundtracks that I've heard in a game ever. And I'm a big RPG fan. I love Final Fantasy. I love all the old school RPG games. And I've just sort of tried to delve into JRPGs. I am going to do Persona at some point. But for me, this was a real big step in the direction of the JRPG universe. And I think if you're an anime fan, you have to play this. If you love RPGs, you have to play this. If you just want an experience where it's not too overbearing, the game does a really good job of walking you through the tutorials, talking you through what you need to do and how things impact your characters, and it's all on the fly, and some of it's really funny. Some of the storylines and side quests are great as well. They're fun and enjoyable, so you'll get as much out of this game as you want to. If you want to just blast through the story, you will need to grind your levels a little bit to get to where you need to be. And what took a mark off of the score for me is the kingdom aspect. I absolutely didn't really get on with the kingdom aspect as much. I get it's a pivotal part of the game. You have to build your kingdom and it grows and all that kind of stuff, but there are certain points in the game where it literally blocks you from going forward in the main story until you upgrade certain buildings or certain levels of your kingdom, which I thought was pretty annoying. So other than that, the game is great, and it's a solid 9 out of 10, guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you've played it, did you have a similar experience? What are your thoughts on it? And did you like the ending? I really, really enjoyed it. My only gripe was going to be what happened to Roland, what happened to some of the side characters. But if you were paying attention, a lot of the post-ending content, so what happened to certain characters, i.e. Leander, is shown in the credit screens via sort of storyboards. So Leander proposed to the Queen, and we got to see Batu and the rest of the gang at the tavern. And the post-credit scene was Roland going back to what we know as Earth, becoming the president again, and basically carrying everything that he learned in this journey, in this world, over to his world, which I thought was a nice touch. So strong, obviously, strong message behind the game is friendship, love, loyalty, courage, and just seeing it day in, day out. But it's a heartfelt story. It's really, really enjoyable. And if you can put aside the odd grinding need and the odd sort of minor kingdom building and all that kind of stuff, you will really enjoy it. I don't think that took anything away from the game. It just put a bit of a halt to it to me. You sort of get into a trend of really enjoying the story. You go through it quite well. You get used to what's happening. You're really engrossed in what's going on, and all of a sudden it says, oh, you need to upgrade to level 3. And you're like, oh, okay. And you've got to do quite a bit to get to that if you haven't been upgrading as you go. So that's the only gripes for me. But I do recommend you play it, guys. I do recommend you pick it up. Invest your time in it. It's worth a play, especially, as I said, if you're a JRPG fan, an anime fan, or you just want a bit of an action game, or if you just enjoy the animation and the sound, you'll get a lot from it. The game does a very good job of leading you through the tutorials. It does hold your hand quite a bit until you get to the stage where you're comfortable, and there's loads and loads of help guides as well. Loads of Reddit forums online, so you're not alone. There we go, guys. That is Ni No Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom done. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned. In the next sort of half an hour, 40 minutes, we're going to be doing our first part of the Blair Witch full game walkthrough. So come and join me on that one. I'm going to need some moral support. Apparently it's quite scary, so we'll see. But that is going to set us up for Tormented Souls, which is coming out at the end of the month. I hope you've enjoyed the stream, guys. Please leave a thumbs up if you did. Come and subscribe if you're brand new. And until next time, take care, and I'll see you again soon.